The following program may contain strong language and mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, because you can be watching this at any time of the day. It is your favorite out here duo back again. Hello. Welcome all. Hey, co-host.
Hi.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
I feel like we woke up in the garden, child. We look like it's spring, and you don't want to be caught in sway, okay? We got the glasses because we had, it was a Lindsay Lohan night, okay? So, it's like, we coming back. But we look good.
Yeah, right.
It's giving melanin. It's giving spring. It's giving,
Ooh.
You see the flowers. We're in the garden,
Okay.
child. It's everything. How you feeling today?
You already asked me that, friend.
But you didn't elaborate because I didn't let you speak. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Wow. Well, anyway, I'm feeling good, y'all. Like, I'm just here, as Ryan D mentioned.
You sound like last night, child.
Do I sound like last night? I like it. It sounds kind of sexy to me. I like it. It's a little deep, it's a little raspy, okay? Like, it's giving very much heavy trade.
Anyways, child.
Nah, but really though, I enjoy this voice right now.
Okay, I see. Well, I feel great. Today is a nice day. The wind is breezing. I look good as ever and always. So, feeling good. Mental health, And today we are talking about mental health. Y'all, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So
yes, it is.
We're going to get into that. How is your mental? Let's get into that. Because you said you're good, but how is your mental?
My mental is, yep.
First off, yes, let's talk about APLA
okay.
Health. They got sponsors. Sorry, y'all. Let's thank APLA Health, PMN, and CDC. Come on, Pyro Media Network and CDC giving us the hunty. Always. With three of them, we come to y'all every week,
Okay.
Without them,
there would be no healthy him.
It is. Oh, bars.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Without them, there would be no healthy him. But yeah, how is your mental? That's the question.
This is going to be a good show, y'all.
It's always a good show. It's us.
Mm.
It's us.
Stop yelling.
Wake up.
But I'm awake.
Lindsay Lohan hung over, child.
Just because, first of all, I could take these off if I really wanted to, but
you don't. So go ahead.
I don't. You're right. That's why they stay on.
What's the mental giving?
The mental is good, y'all. The mental is good. We are here. We are live.
We are queer.
Yeah, that too. But more importantly, we Black.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
So
that's every day though. Well, my mental, because you ain't asking me nothing.
Dang, I was gonna get there. It's like, I swear, y'all would think she drink coffee or an energy drink or something. She don't have none of that. This is pure, like...
This is per Gemini.
Natural.
This is pure Gemini. That's what it is. I am Gemini. Super fly guy. Shout out to, what's her name? Nova something? I don't know. She's at Coachella. But my mental is getting better. I have, been in I feel like a lot of us are always in a survival mind space rather than a living. Because I always ask people, are you living? Are you surviving? Are you happy? Or are you just content? And for me, it's like, I've been very content and very survival. But now I'm getting to a more I'm living. I am living life.
Oh, are you?
I'm living large and taking charge.
Big boy!
It's big boy. It's big boy.
Is it big boy?
It is. Rest in peace.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. But but getting into everything we talk about every week, you know, your boy does at-home HIV testing. So if y'all want an HIV test in your house and you don't want to come to the clinic, we do swab and chill. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right
So look, yes, the number is right there, as well as the email. You can, all you gotta do is email, call, whatever you want to do. You like, I don't want to come to nobody's clinic, because a lot of people don't want to come to nobody's clinic. Okay.
But why not? Our clinic is popping. It's new. It's fresh.
It is cute too.
We in it. I'm in it.
It is cute.
I can't say he in it, but I'm there.
I'm there if you one of my clients. And what about Odie? But yeah, he lives down there because Lily has an office down there. That's the reason I live upstairs, because that's where my space is. Oh, MySpace. Remember MySpace?
Do you remember MySpace?
MySpace. I remember MySpace. Don't do me. What you trying to say? I'm young? It's given no. This show about to be funny.
Anyway,
but yes, let's talk about the Healthy Him checklist. So the Healthy Him checklist, if you get STI testing and HIV testing with us, you get $50. And if you get onto our VIP list, you get an additional $25 incentive. So you're essentially getting $75 just for testing. And we love that. You know your status, you know what's going on with your body, you know your inner health and all that stuff, your physical. And you just like, you know, boom, and I got some money on the top of it. We love that. So yes, Healthy Him checklist. Come see us. You can also contact us at that number or that email if you would like that. And yeah, that's pretty much that. Link is Shakir now, my counterpart, who you've seen with both of us in different episodes.
About 2 to 3 episodes ago.
Yeah, pretty much. Both. Both of them. Yeah, exactly. Both of them. Yeah. He's a Linkish to Care, Kaylin. If you are a positive individual and you are not linked into Care, we can link you into Care. And if you...
The man that has the curls for the squirrels, okay?
Okay, and if you have not been linked into Care, or if you haven't been in Care for a while, we can also get you back on Care. So we do both.
Into.
Yes.
On Care. All right.
You know what? It don't matter.
Grammar.
They know what I mean. Okay, AAVE is a language. And it works.
It sure is.
It is.
It sure is.
It's an addiction.
Because we did that.
I cannot.
Okay.
But yes, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that out here. Go ahead. Talk about y'all out here.
Oh, yes. Yes. Okay, so we were talking about the clinic, y'all. So we have a couple locations. We have out here Sexual Health Clinic here at Baldwin Hills. Yes. We also have one at CDU MLK. That is near Compton, Watts, Willowbrook area. If you are over there, we got one over there. And we also have one in Long Beach. Okay. We have a couple more coming soon, but for now, those are what we offer. We have simple HIV testing, either blood draw or INSTI, you know, and soon we'll also have like an oral swab HIV test.
They want to be us so bad, y'all.
Child, don't nobody want to be there.
Who did it first? Ray J. I hit it first. I did it first.
But who's gonna do it better?
Oh, we're gonna see. We already met our number, so keep up.
Right.
Can you keep up?
Because your number is lower than ours. But let's not get it personal. We're talking about the clinics. We also offer STI and STD. STD testing.
You offer STD testing or STI testing?
Both of them.
Okay. Let the girls know. What's the difference?
We offer between an infection and a disease. Child.
Oh, they don't know what it is. They don't know what that acronym is. Some people don't even know what LGBTQ is.
Watch the rest of our episodes if you don't know.
Hello.
Okay.
Good morning.
Look, we have.
Hi.
We don't do this for our health, y'all. We do this for y'all's sake and entertainment. Okay, because we funny. But I'm moving along. So with PrEP and PEP, we also offer PrEP and PEP. We have our PrEP navigators here on site to help you with all of your PrEP and PEP needs. You can also go to our website at prepexpress.org.
Yes.
That is prepexpress.org.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
You want to read it one more time?
No.
Oh, no. Well, I'll do it.
There we go.
PEP Express. There we go.
Or you can also call the number below at 323-359-0846. That is 323-359-0846. Okay?
4, 6.
For
y'all, so it's probably like this.
8.
There we go.
6. Okay? Light it. Like someone light it.
Like that. Okay, like so. Okay.
So, what are we going to talk about? Our what?
Our groups.
Our groups. So, tell us about our groups.
You tell us about our groups. What's happening on Tuesday?
On Tuesday. So, tonight, we have my hip-hop class from 6:30 to 8, okay? Where I will be teaching the girls how to Breathe,
pop, lock,
stretch.
and drop it.
Oh,
and drop it. And you gonna turn on pop, lock, and drop it?
I have.
Do that thing up, mommy, make it roll when she pop, lock,
So yeah, we do all of that and then some. And then on Thursdays,
we got our BQT Black Queer Talks, and we just got flyers, y'all. So guess what? I'm gonna show y'all on our What's Poppin'. And y'all watch our What's Poppin'. We do our live What's Poppin'. We talk about pop culture on our Instagrams. Your new Instagram is what?
Right there.
There you go. Network style here. And we are still healthy him because we ain't changed. We stay the same. Ooh, bars. Sign him.
Because y'all did not
sign him.
Your name to, APLA at all.
Leg. We still under APLA. So, anyways,
it's given.
Nevertheless, BQT Black Queer Talks, and you can come see us every Thursday from 7 to 9. Okay, and we serve food and we talk about love, sex, relationships, and all things in between. We have been talking about the 3 T's: toxicity, trauma, and triggers. What's your mental? That's today's episode, baby. What's your mental? Let's get into it now. I did that slide slick real quick. Ooh, the main topic of today. Ooh, you like how I slid up in that main topic? Ooh, child, I said
it was a little rough. It seems like you need some lube.
That was perfect, baby. I slid in there and said perfectly.
Sure.
Anyway, what's your mental? Okay, Mental Health Awareness Month. It is May, y'all. Not only, let me not bang in the table. It's May, y'all. It's my birthday month. So, May is my month. But also, that's why I'm feeling myself so much. But it's also because I look good. When you look good, you feel good. And when you feel good, you are that.
That is
girl.
That is very true.
It is. But it's Mental Health Awareness
month.
Month.
I almost had my titties out today. I almost wear a tank top.
I cannot, child, not to work.
We're going to a little work picnic after we filming the show, y'all. Okay. So
yeah, this is my picnic attire.
That child, okay. It must be cold outside.
It is breezy, and I am not meaty.
It's breezy.
Oh, it's breezy, and I am not meaty. Okay, come on, because I'm not. So I get cold quick. But yes. Oh, not the lights. Turn the lights back on.
Turn the lights on.
Okay, there we go.
All right, look, see? Because it's me. It's me.
You're annoying. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all, and we are talking about the mental. What is your mental? First off, let's talk about why is Mental Health Awareness Month so important? Why do you feel it's so important?
Well, I can't speak for the, but what I can say for the Black community is that mental health awareness is important because up until recently, Black people, we did not really believe in getting help for our mental, getting help for your mental for us. I know for a lot of us, I can't speak for everybody, but a lot of us meant that we were crazy or that there was something wrong with us or that, weakness essentially, because that's always what is the correlation back to anything that is viewed as a bad or, basically needing help. Needing help equates to weakness. And I feel like it is the opposite. Knowing and being aware that you need help and actively seeking help shows more strength than anything. So I feel, circling back, that is why Mental Health Awareness Month is so important for Black people.
You did that. You did that, girl. You did that. I like that. That was well, thought out and well,
Right, chef's kiss.
Yes, it was. It was great. It was definitely well executed. For my opinion, basically everything you said, but also basically everything you said, but a little sprinkle here. For me, I feel like it's important primarily as well, in addition, and more so, because
we're gonna fix
I feel like
we all center. I don't like that. When we go to commercial and we come back, we're gonna be center, y'all. But for now, enjoy.
It's the Camuto child. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like we grow up with a toxic, upbringing, most of the Black community, because we're talking about Black people only. Okay, this is what the show is for. So when we grow up in that, I feel like it's a generational thing, and then with that, it's always they pass down whatever they felt, and then it just keeps going and it keeps going. And everything is
okay. You're generational trauma job.
Yeah, I'm going to the base of it, and I feel like with that,
to the root.
Yeah, the root. So I'm going to that. And then it's like, as it goes down each generation, it becomes like, okay, well, mental health isn't important because my mother said, I just gotta go to church and I'll be fine. Like, and no, not me. I'm just saying how people be.
I was like, oh, your mom.
I'm just saying, no, how black people be. They be like, no, all I gotta do is talk to God and I'll be fine.
That's it.
Or I just gotta pray and I'll be fine. And it's like, no, sometimes you really need to do more. Like,
and that's the other thing too, because the black people also say prayer without works is dead. So where's the work, honey? Where is the work?
Come on, somebody. But yes, I feel that it comes from generational like traumas and generational pass downs of them like being like, that's not right. Just go to God. You don't need to go to no therapist. You don't need to do this. Like, yeah, it's very stigmatized. So yeah, that was my little tidbit adding on to yours. I just want to know or elaborate on the 5 factors of well-being. Most people don't know. The 5 factors of well-being.
What are they for you?
Physical, financial, career, social, and community. Okay? So physical, are you like, exercising? Are you like working out? Are you keeping your body healthy physically? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you inputting everything you put inside your body is basically like what your body is. Like, if you were putting like a bunch of like grease and fats and all the toxicity, all the cigarettes and all of that all the time, that eventually it deteriorates your body. It's not okay all the time, over a while. And of course,
that was low-key a read, y'all, but I'm gonna let it go.
It wasn't. That's for all the girls. If you felt it, oh well, I'm sorry. Duck for cover if it's for ya. Okay. The shoe fit. Anyways, yes, if you feel like you're not physically there, get to where you want to be. But physical is very important because your body is your temple. Okay, we learned that when we're younger. Your body is your temple. And if you're not taking care of your temple will deteriorate. And we don't want that. Okay. Now, next.
I need my TTs to sit.
Right. Now, financial.
Ooh.
Are you making a coin?
Okay, where that bag at? Where that bag at?
Yes. Are you making a coin? Because, look, you can make your money however you want to. Okay, we support all types of work.
Okay.
Because you're going to do how you do it. We support grinding. We love a good grind. Grinding. Yes, we love a good grind. But the thing is, hold on to your money. People be making a quick, 1K, and they like, oh, shoot, let me get this bag from here. And now you ain't got no money, so then you got to start over. It's like, stop trying to be materialistic, Don't be materialistic. Don't be a material girl. You gotta.
But I want my Chanel 9 boots.
No, but you have to stack up first. You can't just be like, oh, I got the bag.
But I pay my rent. I pay all my bills. Like, I can't get my Chanel
9
boots.
If you have excess money, and you could be like, okay, I got some excess money. I can do this. I can do that. But a lot of people don't be doing that.
Excess.
I said excess.
You said access.
I said excess. EXCESS.
What?
It's the Baltimore EXCESS.
Okay,
anyway,
it's the accent.
It is my accent. Stop coming from my accent. Anyway, access. If you have excess money and you're like, I could do this, then do it. Do your thing. Do your thing. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. Do your thing. But if you can't, zone, because then that what causes more turmoil in your brain. Like someone not being financially capable of doing the things they want is really like it's a struggle because money runs the world. If we're being honest, money runs the world.
Okay, I know Beyonce said girls, but it's really money.
It's true. You can't get an apartment if you don't got money. You can't get a car if you don't got money. You can't buy anything if you don't got money. Child, you can't buy a freaking tampon if you don't got money. You on your period. What you gonna do?
Yeah, go to the clinic and get a free one.
Child, you could. Even condoms cost money. That's why you gotta go to clinics as well. Come to us. But it's like everything costs.
The bus costs money to get there if you ain't got a car. I mean, you could walk maybe.
Everything. Nothing in life is free. Like, damn.
But then you're going to have to buy some water because you're going to be dehydrated and thirsty and sweaty and stuff.
We got to pay for water, y'all. That's crazy. I think that's crazy.
Not me, though. Not me. Okay.
I feel like sooner or later we're going to have to pay for air. And that's going to be like, look.
Air?
What
they going to, well, I mean.
They're going to be like, you want to breathe this?
I mean, the way they're doing this whole Roe versus Wade thing and, Covisha and things like that, I really feel like on the lowest of keys, like the government is really trying to, oversaturate the world. So we have like sorry. We keep banging. Well, I keep banging on the table.
But I stopped.
I wasn't here for that. But yeah, I think the government is secretly trying to have us have a World War type situation, or an apocalyptic type of ordeal. But we'll talk about that on another show.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You want to tell them the next one?
Yeah. So, do you feel mental health has been taken more seriously?
We ain't finished the factors of well-being, sweetie.
Oh, career, child.
Yes, the next one is career. What about it?
I mean, just a refresher: the physical, financial, career, social, and community, child. All of these are very specific to who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. Correct. I feel like when it comes to career, you need to be very specific. I feel like there's a lot of people out here that just take a job to get a job, mm-hmm. so that they can afford to pay their bills and things like that, like you said. Mm-hmm. And basically settling. Ooh, because I feel like that's just the overall overarching theme of poor mental health and overall just simply being unhappy. It's like people settling for things that they know they don't necessarily want or deserve, mm-hmm. but feel either comfortable or easy, because a lot of people don't like to put in the work, okay, to make things work.
That's fair.
Or to grow themselves so that they can, have that grandiose life that they see for themselves, if they even see it.
Okay. What's the next one, child?
Social and community.
Tell us about social and community.
Community, okay.
Yes, community. Why is it important?
I mean, everybody needs somebody sometime. Not the presidential pose, okay?
Okay, yes. I'm not saying.
I said it live first.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you right. It's chilly in here. But yeah. So basically, with that being said, I just feel like for example, if you don't have access to therapy and things like that, you need a friend to talk to. You need you need a friend. You need a mentor. You need somebody who's going to be able to hear you out, because dealing with life on your own can be a lot. Mm-hmm. Life gets very heavy. There's a lot of twists and turns and obstacles and rent. And that is not fun. None of that is fun. So you need people who not only can talk to you, can take you out, can, maybe visually see when you are not your best, even if while you're in it, you don't feel it. Mm-hmm. That having a good support system and just a solid community around you is very, very, very important. Very. But what you think about social and community, though? Because
I agree. You need people around you. A wise person told us yesterday that basically we all need somebody. We all depend on somebody at the end of the day, because you can't go through this life without another person, whether you like it or not. Like going to the doctor, you're going to need to talk to the person at the front desk or the doctor to help you.
That though, yeah.
Or you have to go to the dentist. You have to talk to the dentist to tell them what's going on. You have to go to the therapist. You have to tell them what you're feeling. For the moment we're born, it's always going to be a dependency on some other individual, whether it be your parents or someone else, your guardians. There's always another person in your life along the way. So there's going to be people that you meet along the way. You're never going to be fully alone. Although a lot of us do feel alone a lot, there's people out there. Whether it be a stranger, and it's sad to say that a lot of strangers are more friendlier and open to helping people or being receptive to, helping people than the closest ones to you. And that's just how life is nowadays. It's sad, but that's how it is.
But it's not sad, because sometimes we wear our people low. Okay.
That's true.
You also have to check in with yourself sometimes. Mm-hmm. You have to. Because there are a lot of people who are just always going through something. And I'm not saying that, it's your fault necessarily or it's their fault necessarily, but you really got to check in and be like, damn, girl, there ain't nothing good going on in your life right now. Like, bitch, at least you woke up today.
Right. That's why I say woke up this morning.
Okay.
That's the first thing. I'm here.
Right.
I'm alive.
I'm here, child. That's it.
What Celie say? Hell, I may even be ugly, but I'm here. Okay. And
I ain't never been there.
I cannot. Oh, and the color purple. Hello. Look at that.
It was me.
But yeah, y'all, I just feel like social and community intertwine. Like you need people surrounding you at all times. You need that uplift. You're gonna run into people whether you like it or not. Like even when you walk down the street, other people exist. You're not the only person in this world, unless it becomes like I Am Legend, and that's some screwed shit. But like, you know, you're so stupid. But yes, that's how I feel on that. Now, do you feel like mental health has been taken more seriously by the Black community? And if so, how?
I would say for it's Generation X, right?
It's right now?
No, before us, before the millennials.
I don't know. That's the wrong person.
Because I believe it's Gen X, millennials, and then Gen Z. I don't know what happened to Y.
Yeah,
I don't know what happened to Y, but I never hear about them. So.
Okay, our producer's saying yes, so yes.
Exactly, because millennial, not Y, because millennial would have been Y.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
correct.
Gen X, and up.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you can get to them, then yes, we are taking it more seriously. But for the most part, I feel like it's really just up to the millennials and Gen Z, because like we're the ones who are really like just not having it. Like we are not with the shits. Like we are not having none of that. We are not having the disrespect. We are not having the gaslighting. We are not having the constant crossing of boundaries. Okay, because obviously I'm triggered. And it's just we're over it, and we have the internet. I feel like the internet really did it for us. Like there are so many resources out here. There are so many people talking about this, giving us all of this information, and we're retaining it. We're soaking it up like sponges, or at least we should be. So I feel like for the generations that were growing up with the internet, because there is some of Gen X that are trying. They are at least cognizant of their poor habits. I'll say that. I don't like to call things good or bad, but they're at least cognizant of their poor habits now. Whether they choose to do anything about it, like I said, that's a choice, and that's the beauty of life. Like, we don't necessarily have to choose to do better, but also if you're in a person's life like that, you also don't have to choose to be there for them. Mm-hmm. But what do you think? Like, do you feel mental health has been taken more seriously for us?
I think it has, for the most part. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, as most things always are in our community. But there has been a lot of progression, a lot of growth, a lot of acknowledgement, knowing that, okay, my mother did this to me, or my father did this to me, my family member did this to me, and now I have to heal myself. How do I heal? What does that look like for me? And I think a lot of Black people are learning in general that now we got to do work for ourselves. A lot of us are always thinking like, oh, this person did this to me. It's their fault. They need to apologize. They need to do this. But honestly, at the end of the day, some people don't change. And that's something I had to look at for myself. It's like a lot of traumas that I have, I can't expect those individuals to apologize and acknowledge what they did. If they do, it's great, and I'll shed a tear because, look, I'm an emotional being. But
she's emotional.
I'm screaming. But
shout out to Sweetie.
Ultimately, it's for us to do the work ourselves for ourselves. So we cannot place that blame on anyone else but ourselves. And that's just being, cognizant of being like, okay, well, this happened to me. That person doesn't have to apologize. They don't owe me anything. Like, although you want that, they don't owe it to you.
And
they probably won't feel like it.
And even if you try to make them apologize, it's not like they're really going to mean it. So what does it really do for you?
That part.
You know, like there are some people that do want, like that just want it and they don't really care how they get it. Like,
yes,
you know, even if it's genuine or not. Like, but I wouldn't be me, child. Like, if you don't mean it, that just means you're going to probably do it again.
I cannot. I just feel like there are so many pros to focusing on your mental health, and a lot of people think there are cons, but I don't think there are any cons, in my opinion. Like, focusing on your mental health is very bettering for you and your overall development as a person and a being.
I disagree.
Okay, go ahead.
I definitely feel that there are a lot of pros to, you know, dealing with your mental health. However, there are cons because some people, if you deal with your mental health before you're ready to deal with your mental health, it can send you down a deeper spiral than where you were before. Like, you know, if people try to force you to work on yourself before you are even ready to work on yourself, or before you even recognize that, like, that you even have a problem, then, you know, it could go real left. And that's how suicide rates go up. That's how, like, homicide rates go up. That's how you create, you know, face eaters. Like, you know, there's several different ways that, like, mental health can go. Like, some people dig into themselves and realize, damn, I was really meant to be a mass murderer, and they are okay with that.
Yeah. I think I get what you're saying, but for me, it's to the extent of being like,
what would you mean by
I'm
that?
going to do this for myself and knowing when my time is. Not someone trying to force me to do this, and then I'm going through a spiral of like, well, I don't want to change. I don't want to reflect. I don't want to have an introspection moment or introspective moment. And it's like, and then something happens, and then it's like, well, that could have been avoided. I feel like when it's time and you sit with yourself and you're like, I am ready to reflect. And as I was telling my friend here the other day, I was like so angry at the world growing up all the time. And it was like, I had to really sit with myself. Like, why am I always mean? Why am I always angry? Like, what am I angry for? And when I had that introspective moment, I was like, okay, well, let's stop it. Let's just stop. Like, doing the work for myself, seeing why it was happening, and then doing the work to be like, okay, for myself, no one's pushing me to do this. I want to do this for myself. And that has to end. It's not healthy for me, and it's not healthy for the people around me. So, and that's just that.
Okay, so you created some boundaries for yourself to keep you in check. Okay.
I did, and it's real healthy. We love boundaries.
Okay, well, how did you create those? Like, how did you really, like, figure out, okay, so in order for me to not have this happen again, I'm going to do this action?
For that, I would say not reacting so quickly. With me, y'all, this tongue is power to the tongue, okay?
Y'all see it.
And this tongue be...
We know.
This tongue be...
We know.
Okay? First of all,
we saw it in the beginning of the show.
I'm from Baltimore. Okay? 410.
We know that too.
Know the girl. But...
we know the accent too.
But being from where I'm from, how I was up, you know, brought up or whatever, I ultimately always had to be on the defensive, you know, fighting. I grew up fighting, child. Like, I literally have been suspended every year of my life from literally kindergarten up into 9th grade. Every single year. I did not get my act together until 10th grade.
I wouldn't say every single year, but I definitely did get suspended a lot. I got sent home a lot because my mouth was fierce.
Yeah, my mouth was terrible, and I would
be talking stuff to the workers.
I was always not if you butt.
But also the workers was trying to try me because, like, also my mom had a lot of jobs, so I would be late a lot, you know, and so they would always try me with my attendance.
Come on, mama.
And literally, okay, side story real quick. This man, I was in 4th grade, and this man tried to shade me in front of the whole class and be like, you know, you've been late X amount of times. And I was like, oh, that must be a record. And he was like, are you proud of that? I was like, I never said that. I'm just saying, you know, you're exclaiming it like it's such a big number. Like, wow, like, do I get an award for this? Like, do I get a trophy? What's going on? And before you know it, my mom has been picking me up.
Lord mercy.
Yeah, I mean, I almost called him we're on live.
I mean, there's a warning label. But yeah, ultimately, I grew up a fighter, always knuck if you butt. So it was like creating the boundary of not responding so quickly, like thinking before I speak, which is a huge thing for me because the first thing that comes to my mind is being said. I don't care. I was always the blunt individual. Like, I'm still that blunt person, that blunt friend. But now I actually think before I speak, I'm like, okay, is this going to affect this individual if I say this? Should I just be quiet? Because not everything needs to be said. And sometimes it's not the right space to be saying it. And I'm learning that. Well, I've learned that for the most part. I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, okay, think before you speak. That's been a boundary. That's been a boundary I set for myself, as well as not reacting all the time. I have a tendency to react, child. And because I'm such an emotional being, I react with my heart before my mind, okay? Before anything, the heart is like, that made you feel this way. Okay, then you got to act this way because it's over, okay? So, yeah, that's how I feel. That's my boundaries. What about you?
Yeah, well, mine are rather simple. I usually just kind of I'm very self-reflective. I like to journal a lot. I think you guys have heard that on the show before. If you are watching, and if this is your first time, welcome. I like to journal a lot. So I self-reflect and I like to see, okay, like, what set me off in this moment? Was it the place? Was it the person? Was it a thing? Mm-hmm. And so I identified that first. And then once I'm able to identify that, okay, I'd be like, okay, maybe I don't need to hang out with said person, or maybe I don't need to be in said environment, or you know what, maybe the next time I'm in this environment, I will conduct myself in this way instead of how I showed up before, because showing up like this garners this response. It's very much so like just reflecting and then trial and error. Mm-hmm. You have to be willing to put yourself out there again, which is the hardest part, I feel, of like mental health and creating these boundaries and really like figuring it out. Is really like understanding that it may happen again, like that poor feeling, that heartbreak, that like that disappointment, that embarrassment, that anger, even the joy. Like, but all people ever want to focus on is the joy. Like, how do I make myself happy again and again and again? And you have to understand that you have to go through these before you can get to this. And that's okay. You just have to figure out how to cope with that as well. But without further ado, we are going to take a brief commercial break because I need some water.
I cannot.
And we will be right back after these short commercials. Okay, we love you. Bye.
Are you in need of a quick and easy way to know your HIV status? Swab and Chill is a discreet way to learn your status in the comfort of your own home. The process gives you results in 20 minutes. Swab the upper gums, swab the lower gums, and voila! Simply follow the colorful step-by-step instructions located inside the kit. Or call APLA and we can assist you virtually. In addition, all kits include condoms and lube for that penetrative fun. For our trans clients, we have Swab and Chill Plus, a customizable kit for trans-specific needs. And we haven't forgotten about COVID either. All kits include personal protection gear, like face masks, comfortable yet stylish. A personal touch tool for dealing with those germ-infested handles and ATM keypads. Wet wipes for those little messes that need cleaning up. Also, keep that summer body protected with Swab and Chill sunscreen. And don't forget about our fanny packs for those quick trips to the store. All this can be yours. Simply call Swab and Chill at 323-329-9713 or email us at swabandchill@apla.org. We would love for you to be part of our Swab and Chill family.
We are back. We are back. And we zoomed in. We giving y'all a closer view. He's fixing the cameras, you know. We're giving y'all a closer view because it's like, y'all want to see us. Like, we know y'all want to see us. I really want to see us. You want to see us. You want to meet us. Come and greet us. He got bars. Oh, but yes, y'all, we are talking about mental health. It is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes,
it is
what's
May.
Your mental?
What's your mental? What's your mental? It is May, you know, the color of green, my favorite color as well. Y'all, it's just everything aligns. Okay, that's why I was born in May. It was the perfect month. But yes, at the end of the day,
my favorite color makes your favorite color.
Does it?
My favorite color is blue. So blue and yellow makes green.
Oh, it does, but it gotta get yellow, and I don't know where yellow come from. So
yellow, it's a primary color.
This is true, but still.
So it don't come from nothing. It's its own color.
Oh, I guess.
So it's blue.
Oh,
you know the primaries.
Mm-hmm.
Where?
On top of my head, but we're not doing that right now. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about my mental. So, you mentioned earlier about being gaslit, and that's a huge thing that we have in the Black community. A lot of people like to gaslight people to make them feel away and make them feel like everything is their fault. So, what are the best ways that you feel to responding to gaslighting?
You know, honestly, I have that bad because I do, like, me being such a compassionate person and such a considerate person. I honestly, the first thing when I have conflict with another person is to think of the other person's perspective before my own. And that leaves the door open and opportunity to be gaslit. However, I'm also like, I've done a lot of work on myself, but me ain't dead. And so when I feel myself being blamed, like solely to blame for something, I start getting angry. And that's when, like, it all starts coming out like, hold up, wait a minute. Like,
hold up, wait a minute.
Okay.
It's a chop.
It's
Okay.
but yeah, I just kind of, because most of the time when people are gaslighting you, they're a little delusional. Let's start there. But also they are really trying to sell it. So I feel like even if you do try to, you know, communicate your side of things, they're not going to be able to receive it, but they're also not going to be responsive to it due to the fact that they are, you know, if they're really committed to gaslighting you, they're going to stick to it. Okay. So the best ways I can say to respond to gaslighting is just like one, try to communicate your side of things, because some people are not aware, and will be able to receive it once you are able to, like, explain yourself fully. However, if you see that is not happening, then the best thing that you could really do is to set a different day or a different time. If you care about this person, if you care to even have this conversation and work it out with this person who is trying to gaslight you, to set a different day and time to, you know, get it going, get it popping, get it, and have the conversation and try to have the conversation again. And if you don't care, then just walk away. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, they'll find you if you don't care. Because once you walk away, they'll be like, it didn't work. Okay, but we got to try something else. Because, wow. Like, but what do you think the best way to respond to gaslighting is?
For me personally, when I feel someone is gaslighting me, I ultimately, again, because I think with my heart at all times, I automatically go into a type of defense mode, but also like an education mode. Knowing, first of all, I ain't no stupid hoe. No Nikki. But I ain't no stupid hoe. First of all, you're not about to play me and make me feel like I'm wrong or my emotions or whatever I'm feeling is wrong, especially regarding your emotions. I hate when people do that. I feel like if you are secure enough and you can elaborate on why this person made you feel this way, what they did, you are not wrong. I don't care what nobody says. You are entitled to feel how you feel. No one can invalidate anyone's feelings. If they don't agree with it, they don't agree with it. But you cannot invalidate how the fuck I feel. Okay? So, with that, I simply usually do a nice read. I'll do a quick read depending on who it is. I would simply let you know, baby, I have my degree in psychology. What you are saying and what you are doing right now is very much so detrimental to my mental health, and I know what you're doing, and you're not gonna get away with it. So with me, I'll just let you know that I acknowledge and see what you're doing, that you cannot invalidate who I am and my feelings and what I am feeling. And then it's like, deuces. Oh, Chris Brown. Come on. And that's that. Because, yeah, I had somebody trying to talk to me recently, and they were basically gaslighting me a lot. And they were like, oh, well, you always, have this certain, not trying to get to know me. You always make it seem like, I'm a bad guy. And it's like, because I know what you're really here for. You're trying to yeah with the yeah.
I remember that.
And I'm just like, although I told him this the other day, baby, although I may seem very, blonde or very, ditzy and, all the air, because I'm an air sign.
She do be in the air though, y'all.
I do. Oh, baby. But let's clarify. Sometimes I ground myself. I have my own mantra, okay, where I ground myself when I'm like, overthinking, because that's what it is when I'm airing. But ultimately, I am educated and I am full of knowledge, and you cannot and will not make me feel stupid, because I am very bright. Okay?
Yes, you are.
And that's period. But yeah, that's that on that.
So what if you're not in the best mind space though to even really even have a conversation like that? You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with that? Because you have to deal with that first before you can deal with the gaslighter. Because if you try to go in and you already kind of messed up, they gonna have you.
That's true. It's just finding ways to cope when you're in those mind spaces, those negative mind spaces. I think for me, I gotta do what's best for me as a dancer, because I'm a dancer.
Ooh, you a dancer?
I ain't that kind of dancer. I'm more like a,
Oh, you're more of a
Yes, I'm a dancer. Yes, all that jazz. Literally. I am a dancer. Okay. So for me, I've always had.
Give people a leg.
No, not right now. I have always had the best outlets when I am dancing. I literally create my art through whatever I'm going through.
Aren't you currently choreographing something? Or have you started on that?
I have actually started it, yes. It's not finalized though, so I ain't talking about that. But yes, I typically release all of my emotions and whatever I'm going through that, as well as journaling as well. So it's just, for me, I cope through art. And that's what I want to do in my life. I want to, help people cope with art, because art is healing. It was made to heal, honestly. It's made to heal people and yourself. Ultimately, that's that. So yeah, art, but also talking to people and talking to myself. Don't think that's unhealthy. Talking to yourself is very beneficial.
I love talking to myself.
I do too.
Because I'm funny as hell.
Okay. I just feel like, and
I'm real.
Okay. When I have conversations with myself, I'm really sitting, I'd be like, Ryan, I do it while I'm literally walking down the street. People be thinking I'm crazy. I don't think nobody crazy. Let's start there. Crazy, to us psychology people, we don't believe in that word. I don't believe in that word. Something can be crazy, but an individual cannot be crazy. If an event or an occurrence happens, I'm getting your throat, child. Let me drink some water.
Not you getting my throat. Mm-hmm. My throat is fine.
Sounding all bassy. I don't like that.
I like the bass.
But
give me more.
When bass.
Doom, 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 doom.
But ultimately, when someone is mentally ill, they're mentally ill. An event, an occurrence can be crazy. Oh my God, this event is crazy. Or child, what happened was crazy. But when you're calling an individual crazy, that is undermining mental health, and we got to stop that in the Black community, because it's like, no, they're just mentally ill. Like, that person's mentally ill. Like, they have an issue, and that's okay. So with me, I walk down the street, I'm good. I'd be like, Ryan said, it was crazy. Like, girl, can you believe she did that? No, I can't. And people think I'm on the phone. I'd be like, no, I ain't got an earphones in.
So real quick,
like,
because I wanted to touch on something really quick, and we're going off script, y'all. But
but it's okay.
He said that, we got to stop calling people crazy because they just have a mental health issue, and that's okay. Do you feel like everybody can be helped with their mental health? Like, do you feel like everybody can really, like, pull it together?
Everybody can be helped, but a lot of people don't want to be helped, and a lot of people aren't able to be helped.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a lot of people are just overlooked.
Elaborate on that. Like, what do you mean aren't able to be helped?
I think homeless population, ridiculous, especially in Los Angeles. It would probably take forever, if we're being honest, like so freaking long, a long periodically time, for all homeless individuals to get the assistance that they need for housing and mental health assistance and everything else. And with that, it's like, it's a way of the government being like, we're gonna not do that because it's gonna take too long and it's too many of them and they'll be fine.
That's lazy.
Exactly. That's exactly what this country is.
It is, because that's why it's so expensive, because we pay for convenience. But again, that'll be another show for another time.
That part. That's child. I'm gonna go on a tangent. Go ahead.
But okay, so enough about the homeless.
Yes.
How does mental health ultimately affect Black queer men?
Do you want to take that first?
I just asked you, child.
But you can go first. Say no. I feel like it ultimately affects us because when we are in Black spaces, it's like, oh, I'm with my people. But there's always that underlining of like, wow, I am kind of an odd man out. I am not fully blending in. Some people can't feel like they can't be themselves in Black spaces because Black people are so homophobic. But then when you're in white spaces, it's like, oh, you can be your gay self, turn out, because white people love the gays, okay? But then it's like, dang, I can't really blend in with y'all because if somebody say nigga, I'm punching somebody.
Why can't I just blend in?
I cannot. Oh, no, lights. Lights, camera, access. Okay, there we go.
See,
but yeah, if someone says the N-word, then we're gonna have to fight because it's like, what? So it just depends. And that's when the intersectionality comes in. And it's like, where can we find those spaces where we're okay? And having to deal with being Black, having to deal with being queer, and then having to go through other life things, whether you're dealing with something financially, hardship, whatever the case may be, if you're going through so much on top of your identity. So everything just piles up, and eventually a bitch explodes. So it affects us tremendously. And it affects every Black person differently because I feel like we go through the most because, generational trauma. We have, what is it called? Enslaved.
It's post-traumatic slave syndrome.
There we go. Post-traumatic slave from being enslaved. But
PTSS.
yes, there we go. But all of that is real. It's real. And nobody really knows how to move on and heal the way we should. But yeah, how do you think it affects us?
I mean, I don't think we have enough time for me to go fully through it, so I'll try to give y'all the snack wrap version.
Yeah. Snack that style snack. It's goldfish.
But it's just the intersectionality of it all, kind of like you said, friend. So it's a matter of not only being Black, but being queer and being a man. Like, being a Black man is already hard because you have to, they want you to be the provider, be the protector, but also show emotion and be vulnerable. And it's just like, some of these things are kind of contradictory, especially if like you see, okay, you want me to be a protector, but when I'm vulnerable with you about how I'm really feeling and in a non-angry way, all of a sudden now I'm weak and you no longer see me as a protector. So it's just like, what's going on? Like, what do you expect me to do? And then on top of that, like, the Black community has this thing where we like to do double standards. And I'm going with this by saying, like, we pick and choose who is like the good ones or who can do both. For example, like, you know, being queer, you know, a lot of the Black community has an issue with, you know, queerness, but they be like, not you, I love you, you're my cousin, uncle, brother, cousin, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like,
choose, child.
Exactly. So then there's that as well. Like, and all of this we have to deal with. And it's unfortunate because it's not directly our problem. It affects us, so we have to deal with it. But ultimately, it's due to the rest of our community not taking care of what they need to, as far as like their implicit biases and, you know, inner turmoil for some of them. So I feel like we are a multifaceted community, being Black and queer and men. I feel like for those of us who recognize who we are, all of who we are probably the strongest of the bunch in doing everything that we can to try to hopefully uplift the rest of the community. I hope, like, because I know for myself, I can't speak for the rest of the community, but I know for myself, I'm not just doing this work for myself. I'm doing this work and then I'm trying my best to spread the knowledge. Because if I'm aware, but everybody else around me is not aware, I'm going to be hot. And I'm not going to want to deal with people. I already don't want to deal with people, child. But we do what we have to do in the name of love and mental health.
Okay.
But what advice would you give to someone who is struggling with their mental health?
I just want to add something before we do the advice. Thank you for getting to the next one, but we got to go.
My bad.
I didn't get to this one because I got something to say. So first off, I just want to say, we know the hierarchy of Black people, and as they say, you know, Black straight men are the white men of the Black community, and that's very accurate. We as Black queer men relate to straight Black women because we're both double minorities. And that's why I feel like a lot of us are so close to Black women, and they're so close to us because we get each other at understanding that most other Black people do not get, or people in general. But also with that, if you are a Black person and you say I'm pro-Black, but then go and turn around and say, as you were saying with the whole my uncle's gay, so you're cool, but like everybody else I don't fuck with. Like, no. Because Young Miami said that. She was like, yeah, like I have a bunch of gay friends. You know, Santana's her best friend. But then she's like, but I don't want to have no gay son. What?
What do you mean?
That makes no sense. It's not Miami, ho. Shut up. But my thing
Carisha,
is...
please!
My thing is, if you're saying you are pro-Black, but then you go and say a Black queer person is like, you know, you're like, I don't like that. You're not pro-Black because you're not supporting every entity of Black.
Right.
You're only doing the hetero ones. You're only supporting
the select few, the ones that you like.
Exactly. And I don't like that. So people need to stop.
But see, even in there, you were just talking about how we're a double minority and we relate closely to Black women. But that was an example of a Black woman who didn't understand the similarities.
That's true as well. Not all of them are like
that. It's not just coming from...
It's not just men. It's some women.
Cishet Black men.
It's not. It's some women as well. But
it's the cishet Black community.
Yes.
Period.
It is.
And honestly, some of us in the queer community, because we take on the heteronormative
we do
mindset. Oh, child.
We talked about that before, though. We talked about, you know, the gender norms and everything, heteronormativity. But yeah, ultimately, Black women are typically our counterpart, our relatable counterpart. But there are some that out there they're just like, I don't know with that. And it's like, girl, we basically in the same boat, but go off, sis. But yes, my advice to someone who is struggling with their mental health, if you can, try to find the resources you need for yourself. Try to sit with yourself and see if you can identify what is wrong so that you can relate to someone else what is wrong. Maybe write, maybe dance, maybe freaking scream. I've done that before. I just went on my balcony and just screamed to the top of my lungs, and it helps. Do the smallest things you need to do for yourself, even if it seems like it's weird or strange, because it could be very healing and very therapeutic. Play music. Music is beautiful. I always suggest Janae. Janae has gotten me through so much.
Don't listen to her unless you want to cry.
But it gets you through so much. Sometimes you have to cry and go through that pain. You have to feel the emotions, because if you keep that buried up and when buried in, it's gonna like make you explode. Like you should never keep anything harbored in there. And that's what happened to one of my friends. Like he keeps coming to our, groups and he keeps crying, but it's like you're crying because you're not dealing with those emotions and everything that you keep venting internally. And it's like, you have to let that out. Like if you have to cry, you have to cry. If you want to fight somebody, punch a pillow, do what you got to do. But you got to let it out, because the longer you hold on to that, you are going to sink and drown yourself in sorrow and pain forever. And that's not healthy. But we love you. We are here. Okay?
Well, my advice would be a journal. Definitely journal, but also look up the 5 stages of change if you have like access to the internet or the public library or, whatever it is that you need to figure it out. YouTube it. Right. Because I feel like a lot of us, we recognize and we want to, we recognize things, but that's as far as it goes. This all goes back to what we were saying in the beginning as far as like those action steps. And I feel like looking up the 5 stages of change will not only help your mental state, but also your life overall. And you'll be able to move through life and create a plan and understand like, okay, like I've thought about it. I've processed it. Here's the plan. How do we maintain the plan? What's plan B in case plan A does not work? So that way I am still moving forward in some type of facet.
And now we just hope you guys do the work. And if you need us, we're here. We're always here. Okay. Queer, Black and queer.
At networks.out here.
Okay. And I am Healthy Him. And it's your fave duo saying bye.